Hi, this is Lindsay. If you are just tuning in, welcome. Nice to meet you. Take a seat to make yourself comfy because you're probably in your room more than likely. Today, I wanted to make this video because the past month I've been kind of dealing with some emotional stuff. In May, I graduated from college and I was totally set to go. I was ready. I was ready to move on from school, and the dog is barking. Stop. It's probably my dog. It's definitely my dog. Yep, still my dog. Yep, still. Yep. Yeah, still him. Yeah. Anyway, so, I was not ready for all the, for the emotional transition. I've just been kind of dealing with a lot of stuff, especially within the past month, of, just feeling like I made the wrong choices. I got into an argument with somebody, recently over, the choices that I've made, in my own personal life, and that sucked. It really kind of made me question everything. I was kind of in like a depressed state for a little bit. I've just felt very down for the past month and just kind of questioning everything after I tried defending it for like 30 minutes. So I also wanted to make a point that I have anxiety. Yeah, I have anxiety like everybody else on the internet. Woo, go me, join the club. I knew I definitely had it like a year and a half ago, but like when I was looking over it with the counselor and stuff, we were looking at all the symptoms that I had brought up, and so we're kind of speculating that I've had this my entire life, and I was just kind of like born with it. So I wanted to turn this video into like more like a funny, sort of like a positive to like kind of laugh off everything that I've been going through in my head for the past month. So without further ado, here are the perks of anxiety. And also, quick note, this is not like glamorizing it. This is not encouraging others to pretend they have it. If they really think they have it, they should probably go seek help. But this is for people who definitely have it and want to turn things around a little bit. Okay, the first part is that when things work out, they work out really, really well. So when you are anxious, you tend to overreact and overthink situations, and things become something like World War III in your head. When you actually go through those situations, they usually turn out like fine. They're like fine for a normal person, but for me, it's like I stopped the world from ending. For me, when things work out, they work out really, 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 really well. Number two, anxiety makes you a really good friend. Being scared and like nervous and anxious and that kind of stuff, you know, it really kind of overtakes your mind, and you can't really do anything to like numb it or like get it to go away. So when somebody is like kind of going through the same thing, you can be like, hey, let's be best buds. Let's like talk it out. Let's work it out. Let's cry it out. Let's laugh it out. Do whatever we should do to deal with it, I guess. Because like you already know, and it's like, it sucks like going through like that kind of stuff. So it's nice to have like somebody with you to like kind of, you know, cry it out together. Oh, also, you're a really good friend for like if somebody just wants you to listen to them, you're like a great friend for that. I tend to get really nervous with like that kind of, you know, just like talking to other people in general, because I can't carry a conversation. You're the best friend to have around if somebody just needs to vent, or if they just like talking and they just need somebody there to listen, because you could just like sit there. You don't really have to like do anything. You just sit there and it's really nice. Okay, number three, you are hypervigilant. Something that happens when you are anxious is that like, at least for me, when I get invited anywhere, if I get invited anywhere, let's be clear on that, I usually have to start mentally preparing like hours in advance. It's like, oh, this event is at 8? Wow, look, it's like 10 a.m. It's time to start getting ready. Like when I go out in public, I'm definitely very like, you know, aware of my surroundings. I look around a lot, but that's a skill that like definitely, if you're a creative person, it helps so much with like what you want to do. So like for writing, like I can, you know, pay attention to like my emotions and like what like levels they're at, and like I'm also a little bit more vigilant of like people and their body language, so I can kind of tell if they're like a kind of a sketchy person or if they're like average, because nobody's above average. Except for like Emma Watson. but that's like it. But when you're a writer, you can like, you're really into, you can like get into like details of like your surroundings and like other people and sounds and sights and things like that. And also when you're like acting and stuff, you can take those like observational skills and also put it into that. When you're meeting new people and you kind of look, you can, you know, analyze their quirks and their like what they say and that kind of stuff, and then kind of put it into a performance, which is really cool. Also, number 4, you usually don't have the responsibility if you have that option. So this is what I mean by that. Let's say it's like if you're working on a group project, you'll never have that burning desire to be the leader, which is great because the leader has a lot of responsibility. You know, they have to order people around, and if a project doesn't go well, it's their fault. If you're lucky enough to not be in that leadership role, or if you can choose not to be a leader, then there's really a lot of pressure in your life in general. And number 5, oh my gosh, I just put up number 4. Number 5, you drink more water than the average person. Something that I experience sometimes when my anxiety is really, really high is that I get dry mouth. As much water as I drink, I still don't feel like I am getting enough, so I drink more and more. But then when you go to the doctor, when they're like, hey, it looks like you're drinking a lot of water, good job. I'm like, thank you, I have anxiety, I have to. And that's just like another health benefit, you know, that's like, you know, that doctors don't have to remind you of. And then when the doctor has like other patients, they can be like, oh, you know, I've met one of my patients today, her name is Lindsay, and she drinks so much water. You should be just like her. So you could kind of be like a role model for them in a way, you know. And then number 6, final thing is that it always gets better when you are in your anxious little puddle of fear and nerves and that kind of stuff. It's not gonna get any worse from there. It always gets better. I always try to find something like little minuscule like positive thing out of a situation. Like I just try to find something at least just like very, very small. It doesn't have to be something that's like on such like a grand scale, but you know, just something positive to come from that situation. Well, I feel like every day I go through like an entire movie where it's like the main character, he goes on this journey, he gets to the top and then falls all the way back down and then gets back up again. And that kind of feels like every day for me. But that also means that every day there's always a happy ending of some kind, or there's some kind of resolution in some either large or small way, which is really cool. But thank you for watching. I am here every Friday, and you can also find my social media links down below. I do characters. I watch a lot of Disney Channel, if you're into that. It's other random stuff, and I just talk about my life as well. So thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.